Hello everyone, I am Loki616 and I am here with a quick channel update. First off, I would love to say to all of you, thank you very much. I woke up this morning to this wonderful news. We've broken the 100 subscriber mark, so let's keep this going, eh, folks? I'm enjoying this a great deal. I've been loving the comments. The feedback has been absolutely fantastic. I do read it all. I promise you, I read every comment that gets posted. If I don't reply, it's because I feel I've got nothing really to add that's relevant. Most of you guys have just been giving me some really great advice about improving my game and improving my commentating. So, thank you. That is truly fantastic. I've been, as I say, really enjoying the last month playing some Scrolls. Speaking of, I am going to continue the level of output I have been doing up until now, trying to get out at least 3 videos a day. I think that's a reasonable number. You guys can deal with it. I can deal with it in terms of like playing, uploading, and that sort of thing. So I think we're going to keep it to at least that level. If I can get more out, I may very well try to. On that note, what I would love to do is see if we can get just a little bit of a tournament going. So please leave a comment below this video if you guys are at all interested in that. We'll decide the format when we know numbers. What I'm thinking is I've got a few rares that I've sort of put aside that I never use in my main deck, so I'm not too worried about losing, but they are worth a fair amount of gold even if you don't want the rares themselves. And what I'm also thinking is that everything I win up until the finish of this tournament, I will basically donate the tournament winners. I'm thinking top 3 places get something. So yeah, let me know if you're interested. Just post in the comments section below. Would you be interested in a tournament run by me? And you guys would then send me your replays from your matches. We'd probably use the replay system through Summoner, and you guys could send me those games and I could cast them, so it'd be your games that I was casting as opposed to just my own. I think that would be quite interesting to do. Just get your guys games in and see where we go from there. I think that'd be quite cool. So let me know, as I say in the comments below, whether you'd be interested at all in that. As for the rest of it, Bloodbowl, I am still obviously playing through the first 8 weeks, the first division, as it were, I suppose, the pool stage of the Mister Hadwick Democracy Bowl. So we are going to continue with that. We've got at least another 5 weeks. No, there are 8 of us in the league, including myself, so there's 7 games to play and I've played 3. So there's another 4 games that need to be played, including the one that I will get up for you towards the end of this week. Then hopefully, if I make it through to the next stage, there should be more. But even if I don't, Ampillion, Lord and Master of the Mister Hadwick Demo Bowl League, has suggested that he might be able to try and do a bit of a like a loser's bracket sort of thing, with a chance of getting back into the main league. So it'd be a bit of double elimination. So we get plenty of Bloodbowl going. I think that would be, cool if he can do it, but if you guys aren't interested, it's no big deal. I'll just throw up what I've got and we'll go from there. Speaking of what more I've got, I'm planning on starting a couple of new series, just some less competitive gameplay. Yeah, competitive is the word I'd use. Not less hardcore in any way, shape or form. It'd still be pretty tricky. What I'm thinking is I do a series where I play through some of my favourite old games, and maybe just some old ones that I wish I'd completed. For example, I'm kind of planning on starting with Theme Hospital, in a series that I'm sort of tentatively titling Loki Plays Some Good Old Games, because obviously most of them will be available on Good Old Games. Yeah, so maybe do a playthrough of Theme Hospital, because as I say, I never finished it, but I love that game. I think it was actually the first game I ever owned for a computer. When I was like 7 or younger, I can't even remember. But yeah, so I'm thinking I do a few playthroughs of them, my usual rather sarcastic commentary over the top, and yeah, hopefully that should be a little bit of fun for us. If you're not interested in Theme Hospital, no worries. There'll still be as much Scrolls and Bloodbowl around as there is at the moment. I will also move on to other games. What I'm thinking at the moment is Command & Conquer, Red Alert, for my second game in that series, just because that was the game that got me into gaming. So we're basically going through my game history, which should be amusing. Yeah, so I think that'd be a little bit of a laugh for us to do. And then what I'm also going to do, I think, is to play some Xenonauts. That I think will be the first run through of a series. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it yet. It's going to be basically all of the games that I have early access to, so whether that be through buying them through Steam, like Xenonauts, pledging early to get into the alpha, such as Starfarer, Goddess, that sort of thing. Whether it's games that are currently in sort of an open alpha stage, so possibly Gods and Idols might fall into that category. Starship Corporation, possibly. You can see a theme forming as to what games I enjoy. And yeah, that's that sort of game. So early access games. So I don't know. Loki accesses early, something along those lines. But anyway, so Xenonauts would probably be my first playthrough. Maybe just the first couple of months, so as not to spoil the story, because it gets a little bit deep towards like the start of month 4, and the game obviously isn't finished. There's a load of tooltips missing. There's some functionality that's a bit squiffy. But yeah, I think that'd be something cool for us to look at, just something different, you know. What I'm also hoping to do is put this series in with things that I would really love to do, things like Star Citizen. I would love to get some Star Citizen play on my channel when it comes out, because that is looking like a fantastic game. I love space games. But yeah, so that's the sort of thing I'm hoping to do. Get 2 new series on the go, some good old games and some early access games as well as obviously continuing my Scrolls and Bloodbowl coverage. Anyway, let me know what you guys think, mainly about the Scrolls tournament. I would love to host one of those for you guys, just so that we can get, you know, a bit of community going amongst this little community that we seem to have sort of started. But anyway, I'd like to say again, thank you very much. It's been a fantastic first few weeks, and I hope that we will continue to go from strength to strength. So I guess that's all there is to say at the moment. Keep an eye out. I'm going to be putting up some more Scrolls videos in the morning, I think, actually, so in a couple of hours. And I will leave it there. Again, thank you very much, folks. I will see you next time. Have a good one.